It is time to wreck Standard with Mech, Starship Warrior. The idea behind this list is because Warrior has the Terran package. All the starships that you're going to be launching are going to be considered mechs. That means things like Wreck'em and Deck'em and Boom Wrench will actually work in combination with a humongous starship that you'll be building throughout the game, and you might be able to wham it onto your opponent's face for a bajillion damage. It's also worth mentioning that Siphon Growth also allows the testing dummy OTK combos to be a lot stronger than they used to be. Now, for the Mulligan guide of the list, you are going to be looking for any of the starship cards, starting with Starport, and then any draw power such as Quality Assurance. Finally, New Heights is a pretty good card to keep, and if you really need it in a aggro matchup, either Hostile Invader or Brawl are great too. With all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, time for a game against DK. Let's see what they have in store for us. Honestly, not a bad opener. We would have preferred to have a one-cost card, but the one-cost cards in this deck aren't actually like the strongest in the world. Concussive Shot is probably decent to keep in the opener, but like Siphon Growth doesn't do what you need it to do on a turn 1, right? It is a nice finisher though, if you can get it as a finisher. Alright, slam down the starport, get a piece on board. There are a few DK lists floating around right now. I know like Pure Blood is floating around. We also have like Menagerie. Hand buff is supposedly decent too. I really want to do a hand control DK list though with Viper, which was what I initially was going to do with Zerg DK when all the cards for DK got revealed for the mini set, and then I never did it because, like, I don't know, people were sick and tired of seeing Zerg DK by the time I got to it. I was like, there's no point in me putting out like a version that wasn't going to be as strong as like the aggro version. But now I have no excuse not to. That actually legitimately might be one of the first or might be the first DK list since the set came out, maybe in like a week. Honestly speaking, I don't actually know the order of uploads for this coming up week. I have them all like planned out. It's just if one of the other decks performs a little bit better than this deck does, I'll swap one of those decks around because those will be centered around new cards, and really this deck uses one new card and you don't really need any other cards. Everything else here is like older cards, which is actually pretty nice. It's very dust friendly, and it's actually been performing pretty good. At least this version of the list has. There was another version using the turtle and Crazed Alchemist as like a win con, but I ended up swapping to the Terran package just because I realized the Terran cards work with Wreck'em and Deck'em, so. And I've legitimately, it's a card that I've been wanting to use ever since Whizbanks came out, and I just haven't been able to put it on a thumbnail, and this seems like the perfect opportunity to do so, you know? Alright, let's slam down the training dummy. Get rid of the minion. Hopefully this survives. If it survives, we instantly win next turn. Especially if they put any... Well, okay, maybe... They'd have to put down a lot of minions for that to matter, but, like, we have a guaranteed 12 plus 1, 13 damage plus 8 times 3. This should be quite a Wreck'em game. Okay. Let's wreck them and deck them out of the game. 1, 2. Turns out we're not the dummies, they are. Oh no, we need one more charge. Bye-bye. Okay, Priest. I'm assuming this is going to be Zarimi. I know Imbue also is technically floating around, but I still am not convinced about Imbue. Alright, let's get rid of Jim, and I'm going to keep the shots just in case. Keeping the AoE is pretty nice here, too. I know it's a slower card to keep, but if it isn't... Okay, so yeah, it is Dragon. I don't know what other priest... Yep, okay. I was going to say, I don't know what other priest arcs runs Ysera. Alright, we're just gonna shoot that thing out of the sky. I guess, or off the seas. I don't know where I was going with that. There's Scaled Replica. Okay, New Heights. Okay, second one of those. Peddler's annoying, but we can still deal with it in a turn. Just slamming down the Crystal for now. The reason why we're going for Crystal is maybe we'll top deck into like a 1-mana spell. We have a few of them in the list. Actually, maybe it won't even matter. Because we can hit that, and then... Om nom nom! Something good! That is absolutely perfect! Oh! Oh! Well, I mean, they still do have the Norlax combo, which is a little bit annoying, but we do have Hydration Station to maybe snipe like that out of the list, too. That would be cool. Because Norlax is one of the harder cards for them to, like, draw into. Okay. Now the question is, liftoff? I think it is liftoff. Yeah, Starport. Cannon's not bad. Let's gain some armor while also destroying their minion. We are the control deck, so why not? Okay. Too bad. Well, I guess we could launch the Starship, but then... Well, no, we need more mana than that. You know, it is actually kind of interesting. While Xavius is a good card, it isn't in every single deck. Ooh. Does that change my plans a little bit? It kind of does, right? I'm gonna enjoy this. Like, we're not going to be able to clear this turn. But we can at least do 2 damage to everything. And do we launch the Starship just to launch it? I think we do. It'll get rid of at least one more minion. Perfect. Hopefully they don't have a way to deal with it, and then we just hit their face for a bajillion damage with it next turn. Okay, Boom Wrench. And recommend deck number 2. Okay, we can get rid of one of them here. Use Concussive to get rid of that. That AoEs everything. And then we crash the Starship into our opponent's face. And we might as well... Do we want to do it again? I think we do, right? Yeah, might as well. Do another 8 whopping damage to their face while armoring up a bit. Because next turn we can easily do like Training Dummy into Boom Wrench, which is actually pretty nice. Okay, there's Bird Watching. Maybe that won't matter. Like, we can destroy this, because why not? I think this is the proper play. Wait, could we have gotten... No, we couldn't have gotten game. I just didn't want to take a well, not a bajillion, but 6 damage to face against this deck is not the nice or easiest thing in the world. Okay, there's Ysera. Prize Vendor. Hostile Invader number 2. Okay. Okay. How big is this? Or 5? Might as well launch it. It gets rid of at least one of the minions and also AoEs everything else. Was really hoping it hit one of the bigger minions, but okay. Oh. Would have preferred if that... you know what? Actually, we do have the hydration station. You know, after they... or we burned the Zarimi, I'm amazed they didn't just, like, instantly leave. Well, I guess we could have also been the final boss between them and Legend, which kind of feels bad if that's the case. Turns out having a bunch of taunts is actually pretty good against, like, the majority of the decks right now in Standard. Okay, there's Boom Wrench. And we get another, well, yeah, another one. And this should be game. Honestly, not a bad opener. Okay, draw a few cards. There's the training dummy. I'm assuming this is going to be Cliff Dive. Actually, could be a good matchup. Depends if they're running Briar Thorn or Briar Spawn or not. Because I know a lot of people are starting to cut it because it's very inconsistent if it works or not. And it's not like Mech Therodon is going to do enough damage for it to really usually matter. Because I know that's the more popular version floating around. To be fair, though, and also, like, we have a taunt wall that we can easily make use of. Okay, okay, Gym's not bad. Next turn, probably the Crystal. Crystal followed by, Training Dummy the following turn. Really? Trading there. Not what I would have done, but... Oh, Ball Hog. Okay, maybe it is what I would have done. I really do wish. I get why it can't hit non-mech minions. Like, I get Boom Boss was supposed to be the entire point of the cards from Whizbangs for Warrior. But boy, would it feel way better if you could actually use it on like other stuff. But again, great example of how... Okay, actually, how do we want to do this? Because we could do this. That requires me to know the order that it's going to clear. Get everything on the board. Perfect. Oh, that did not do what okay, sometimes my brain doesn't fully function, I guess. It's okay though, it's okay. Like, we'll be at 26 HP, slam down the test dummy plus Boom Wrench. Probably guarantees wipes out a few cards. They're thinking, do we... Okay, never mind. They just get rid of it instantly. I swear if I attack into a minion and it's Oasis Owlet again, I'm going to go insane. No, well, It doesn't even matter. Oh, and are we dead? Never mind, we're fine. We're fine for a turn. We're fine for a turn. Fine for a turn. Wait. Maybe not. Oh, no, we're fine for a turn. That's all that matters. Fine for one turn. Now we got something really funny to do, which is going to look really bad, but gotta do what we gotta do, right? I don't think we live any other way. Still at 8 HP. Sure, I don't know what that actually grabs you out of the list. Wait. That was Reborn. Okay, so okay, 5 mana. They can't finish us off this turn, which is good. Ball Hog. Oh. Ball Hog hits our face no matter what, right?
Let's make it count.
Like it feels... Oh, that's actually good for us. Because that means Ball Hog no longer automatically hits face. And we do get a little bit more armor. And we also do have the hydration stations. Which is pretty nice. I'm actually kind of curious, though, which one gets revived at this point of a hydration station. Alright, hydration station, do your thing. Oh, it's just a plain, okay. Just a plain little starship. Inquisitor. Okay, Inquisitor probably hits into this, I'd assume. I guess the actual proper play would be hero power here. Okay. Got another testing dummy in the deck. And another one of these, which is good. Okay, eat the other... Yes. Okay, what other minions would they have left? If they're running the... There's no way they're running Briar Spawn, right? Okay, Shalgersill AoEs, or... Actually, no, you'd always want to AoE this. Yeah, I mean, you could return these to the deck, but, like, I think you always AoE. And now we don't have to worry about the big demon coming out of our list, which is good. Okay, so... New fights... Prince Crystal, Starport... The idea would be get this big enough where it doesn't matter how low our HP pool is. See, this is a card that I think, like, eventually is going to be really cool, but, like, right now it just doesn't do what you need it to do. There's not enough, like, attack gain in Demon Hunter for this card to be really strong. And to be fair, also, they don't know we have the brawls. Like, we can brawl and then just use the other cannon if we really need to. I kind of actually want to do that. Gets us into rotation. Never mind, we don't use the brawl. The brawl would not be useful here. I mean, if we somehow lose from this position, we somehow lose. I'm gonna put up a little taunt wall. Because we still have the 2 cannons in hand. Them launching that, though, is the proper play. Okay. I think this is going to look bizarre, but I think what we do is we test fate. Never mind. We AoE the board, then we put down the cannons. Or we test fate. We could test fate. Nah. Okay. Oh. I mean... Oh shit, we can't actually hit that with that. That's kind of a shame. That would have been nice to be able to will into their face with a humongous minion. I mean, we still will. It's just not the way that I wanted it to be. This was a good game, though. Like, a lot of back and forth, getting the perfect top deck when we needed to get the perfect top deck. They have another cliff dive, but I don't think that's going to do much. I know they also have, like, a balance, but that also isn't... They already use the AoE. Yeah, you can't hit that, my friend. It doesn't. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So I ended up playing 32 games with the deck, ended up with a 59% win rate, which actually shocked me. This is not a deck that I expected to do that well. However, it turns out just being able to build a humongous starship can actually prevent a lot of decks from actually winning the game currently. It's a really nice matchup against Cliff Dive Demon Hunter, since you are heavily reliant on a bunch of taunts. And the other popular deck right now, which is Zarimi Priest, is a little harder to win, but again, if you get a big enough starship and enough armor, you can out-survive even that deck. Overall, if you're looking for a deck to use Testing Dummy and some of the starship cards, this is probably going to be one of the better opportunities for you to do so, and it also allowed me to use a card that I've been wanting to use since its release, Recommendecum. This actually was the perfect synergy merge of the 2 ideas in this list, and is why I can easily recommend you all trying it out. Now, with all being said, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, until next time. Bye-bye.